Okay, Charlie, so spring practice starting to run down over here, just a couple more sessions left. How pleased have you been with the progression of the Edge group from practice 1 until today?
Well, I think if you've come out here, and obviously you have, and watched it from practice 1 to just finishing 13, the progress and these guys, how they've improved and gotten better each practice has been pretty impressive. And I told them that today. I'm very pleased with just the understanding of the defense, and then coming out and being able to apply that understanding to the field, and then being able to take the stuff we work in the drills and apply it in team settings. And they've done a real nice job of that. I'm real pleased.
When you have that much talent, is it almost tempting maybe to force feed the playbook just a little faster when you see that level of talent on the field every day?
Well, I think, you can get carried away with yourself, but I think at the same time, as talented as they are, there's still a bunch of little things that we've got to clean up and continue to work on, and they know that, and it's different for each and every one of them, but they understand how good we can really be if we can finish those little things, dot those I's and cross the T's, so to speak, and it's exciting to think that if they do that, what we can really become.
With so many new faces, are you surprised they were able to gel together this quickly?
You know what? It's a really good group. We've gotten fortunate with that, right? Because you never know how those personalities are going to come together and mesh. But it says a lot about the guys in terms of their selflessness and wanting to work together and be great together. So it's certainly encouraging, and I'm really looking forward to finishing spring ball with the bang, and then obviously great summer and looking forward to fall camp.
Is it really like the cherry on top where you face such a challenging offense every day in practice to make that group that much better?
Oh man, it's been certainly a challenge for sure. But you know what? I think it's good for those guys because we see a lot of things from the offense, right? And that's what you're going to see over the course of 12 games. And so it's really it's been a good thing for these guys to get under their belt and certainly get better from.
Let's shift for a second for special teams. I know Dario is somebody that you're really, really familiar with, but he's been near flawless over here in spring practice. And I know he's coming off somewhat of a challenging season at Cal. So are you surprised that he's doing as well?
No, I'm not at all. I think that when that 21 season I had him before I left, the level that he was kicking at and his mental just intuity was at a very high level. Obviously I wasn't there in 22, but I knew getting him back here and just fine-tuning the things that he needed to work on, both mentally and physically. And he's a very astute kid. He knows a lot of those things, and that's in my opinion, that's the benefit of having a kid, a 6-year kid, that as mature as he is, he's going to go out and do the things that he needs to do, and then he and I can sit down and talk about it. And it's more of a relationship as me having to coach him. Hey, you got to do X, Y, and Z. He knows X and Y. I might have to help him with Z. And so when you have a mature kid like that, those are the results that you expect.
And how about punter Josh Carlson? Been a pretty seamless transition, him transferring?
Yeah,
him?
you know what? Josh has been seamless. He's just a consummate pro. He comes out here and works every day, and I couldn't be more pleased with the production that he's given us this spring. And I expect both of those guys to really have a good year along with our long snappers.
And you really have a lot of talent, both punt returner and kick returner. Is it kind of with those quote-unquote good headaches who to put out there?
It is. You know what? And I think that'll be one that we ride into the summer and the fall camp with before we make a decision, because we do have a multitude of guys that we can use, and that's certainly exciting because obviously it's going to help us in the return game.
When it comes to the capability you guys have at the edge position, how exciting is that? How much did you kind of see that play out during the spring?
Yeah, as we were just talking about, those guys have come in here and really made a seamless transition in terms of togetherness and working with each other. It's a neat group, they certainly got their quirks, but you never know when you bring guys in from different places, how are those personalities going to mesh? And these guys have really worked well together, and they continue to come out here day in and day out and put in the work. And I think if you've watched practice 1 to the finishing practice 13, how much better they've gotten, it's remarkable. And the exciting thing for me is how much better they can get. And I really think the sky's the limit for these guys, and they know that, and they want to be great. And so it's not just about coming out here and doing good things. It's about coming here, working on the little things to do great things.
You guys have shifted some guys who were primarily interior guys to the edge to sort of exhaust that athleticism and capability. And BJ Green in particular played a lot of 3-tech last year. The year before that, he's looked a lot better on the edge. What does that speak to just the athleticism that the group has as well?
Well, I think obviously from top to bottom, the athleticism is pretty impressive. But I think, that's the one thing, just coming in here and working with Brian, Coach Ward, that I've known for a long time, but being a part of his scheme, over the last couple months and seeing how he wants to take advantage advantage of those guys and really trying to find the matchups, you know, that give us the best chance to win. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what football is, right? It's a game. It comes down to one-on-one matchups, and I think he's done a masterful job of that this spring and getting those guys some of that work. And so I think, you know, you're gonna have that ability to see a little bit more of that, and certainly pleased with how BJ's played this spring.
With BJ, he's worked a lot with the ends, obviously, in skill drills, but he's really moved inside and out. How often, maybe on base downs, will we see him? Can we expect to see him inside?
I think that's a question probably for later in the fall as we get more work, and obviously that'll be a game plan. Who we're playing, what do they do schematically, how do we use them in the best situations that benefit us and put him in the best situation to win. So I think the one thing you can count on is you can count on him being in different positions for sure.